So I want to get back into you finishing up at Howard.
For sure.
So when you graduated, did you already decide you were going into the Army then, or did you take a stab at trying to find a job first?
So I had a really roundabout undergraduate time. I was at Howard for my freshman and sophomore year, and then I actually left school, and I thought I was going to be a model, and I moved to New York, and then I was broke for like a week, and I was like, I can't.
You said a week.
New York is very tough. Like, without any financial help.
Oh, yeah.
As a young woman of 19 years old.
Oh, yeah.
It's not sweet. So, like, I tell people all the time, I'm like, could I have stayed? For sure, but it would have took a lot out of me. And so I came back to DC and, you know, worked a few odd jobs and was like working in the clubs and like having a time. And then it was like a year passed and I was like, I got to do something else. Like, it didn't take me long personally to be like, I need to finish school. I need to get, suitable housing. I need all the things. I need a salary. And in DC, like now I'm just scared of how people make it in DC now, because even then, you know, gentrification was well underway. DC has always been one of the most expensive and condensed cities to live in. So it was really difficult. So I thought, I just started brainstorming, like, what can I do? What can I do? And my eldest brother actually served in the military too. And while he actually was medically retired at the time and has been pretty much since maybe 2012, 2013 or so, actually much earlier than that, maybe 2003, excuse me. Even though he had, you know, that medical retirement experience, I talked to him. I let him know what I was trying to do. He said he thought it would be a good idea. That's the only person I asked. So I was like, I'm going to the military. And I literally had like a job at Red Lobster in Silver Spring. Y'all know what I said. For a day. And I walked out of that Red Lobster and I walked up the stairs in this shopping plaza, and there was an Army recruiting office, and I was like, sign me up. I'm ready to go. I took the aptitude test. They, you know, did my like BMI. They're like, you're perfect for this. And so they're like, you want to do intelligence? And I'm like, okay. Like I was like, I'll be able to get a decent job when I get out, if I get out, you know. And then it came time to like, it went really, really fast. It came time to choose my contract length, and I was thinking 6, 8, like. I was like, I'm gonna go with the shortest one. I don't know if I'm gonna like this. Like everything went so fast, and I pretty much shipped off in like January of 2011, and I was there for 3 years and 8 months, and it was probably one of the better decisions that I made because of how it equipped me, just to be completely independent, pretty much from 2011 forward.
Look at you, was over there. Growing up around that time, I think I might have been like a sophomore in college.
Yeah, I was like 21. My friends were having, like, I mean, those first 2 years of college for me were, like, those were my crazy years.
Everybody.
After that, it was like, I mean, I don't know how people did 4 crazy years, because I only had 2, and I was like, y'all got it.
I only had 1, and that's because all my friends was there.
I only had 1. I don't believe you. That was your craziest one, but
because for everybody, like, because I was on quarter system, so it was quarter system freshman year.
What's that?
Quarter system is, so you know, you're familiar with like first 9 weeks, second 9 weeks?
Oh, you have like quarters instead of semesters?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you can graduate faster. So
oh, nice.
So
you was expedited. Like,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because I went in 2010, fall of 2010, and then I graduated in the fall of 2013.
Okay, so you did the 3-year process.
Yeah, so I was 21. And yeah, that, I don't know, like we always talk about like the funny stuff or things getting into or how stuff can
Absolutely.
like,
we were nuts. Our brains were soft. Like scrambled eggs.
Yeah. But I tell people all the time, I do still feel like that is some character development.
For sure.
Because I see a lot of older, you know, people, and we're not going to get into this too much, but like, you know, women, men, I feel like either they didn't go to school, they didn't get a chance to kind of
have that,
get some of that play out of them.
Social experience and experiment.
Because when you think about it, right, and we'll get about job search and everything else, when it comes down to a lot of the stuff in the job search, it comes from being able not to be scared and network and present yourself and for people to like you. Mm-hmm. And those are things, when you go to a new school, sometimes you don't know nobody. Mm-hmm. So how are you going to maneuver and meet people and build up your network?
Yeah, it's a key social skills that you can learn When you go to university, like it's your world, like you're creating your independent identity from the family that you grew up and cohabitated with. And it was important for me. It was a difficult process, and I'm happy I got to even finish. I went back and finished. I chose to, go back to Howard, even though it had gotten exponentially more expensive. I choose to go back and finish what I started, so to speak. And the institution means a lot to me. And I could have went to any school. I always think about that. But for me, the challenge was, how can I keep my focus? Like I pretty much learned most of what I needed to know in high school. I went to a very competitive high school, but I wanted the focus. I wanted it to be grounded in like, how can I impact my community and how can I remain critical of these institutions and systems that I'm going into? Like, how do I continue to be a change agent? Like, I want that to be the cornerstone of my education and my career. So it was really, really important for me to be there and to like just be there and experience the air and meet the different people. Like, there's every type of Black person that you could ever think of at Howard University. It's like, we are not a monolith as a people, and it allowed me to really live and see that.
Right. Yeah. A lot of my HBCU friend graduates say that, like, they went to a place they could be themselves. So that's